What day is it? Friday? Welcome to Friday. Hello. Okay, so you guys know how I like to do with this. I like to just get right into this as if it were a video. So today we are doing who has a crush on you, which is probably, there's always a pile where it's like, there's so many people that have a crush on you, but you can obviously be attracted to one pile, more than one pile. So, so we're just gonna jump right into this. How was your week, everyone? All right, so I'm just gonna shuffle. We're gonna get 3 piles as usual. Okay, 3 piles, please, Spirit. Messages for the highest vibrational good of all beings. 3 piles. Who has a crush on my channel viewers? Who has a crush, a secret crush on my channel viewers? Why am I feeling sad energy? I'm actually excited about this one. I've been in the gym and I'm wondering who's crushing. Hello. Okay. All right, Spirit. Who has a crush on my channel viewers? Thank you so much. All right, 3 separate piles. And you can be drawn to more than one pile. I can feel that some of you probably are, like you do have more than one person that's interested in you. But as always, just let your intuition guide you to whatever pile feels right for you. All right, 3 piles, please, Spirit. Messages for the highest vibrational good of all beings. Okay, so Simone said, why does it feel sad? And I saw the tear and I saw the animal and the eye always kind of looks sad, but not really sure where that's coming in from yet. Okay. Interesting. Okay. 3 separate piles. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna leave this. I always like to check the bottom deck energy. So I've got the underworld at the bottom of the deck, and then I've also got the gem. And I kind of want to say the underworld creates the gem, or this is like diamond in the rough kind of an energy, but it's bottom deck energy. It's making me wonder if that's you, like you're the diamond in the rough, or maybe this is the energy that you are pulling in for you here at this time. So, okay, I've got 3 piles. The first one is nectar. I'll hold this up for you. The first pile is nectar. The second pile is sword. And the third pile is medallion. Little soul. Okay, so I'm going to hold all 3 of them up together. This is pile 1, pile 2. Oh, these are very similar in color, huh? And then pile 3. Isn't that interesting? Because what's, look, it's like kind of moves from one color palette to another. So for some of you, maybe this is like a person who's on a journey a bit, or you are. Okay, so pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Okay, so getting in here to this first energy. This person's really busy, is kind of what I'm getting. And I'm seeing this, oh my gosh, yes, do talk about this hair, honey, because I got it done. Hey. Okay, so maybe there is something about this person's hair that you do notice right off the bat, since we did kind of just go into that. But okay, so I'm picturing a fight card actually from one of the other decks that I have, and I feel like this person is actually leaving a situation where they've been in a bit of a fight, and whatever this was, the energy feels kind of amorphous. So it could have, it could have been a relationship, but it feels to me like broader than that. It feels almost like a hometown, or like a group of people, or like an overall energy kind of in this person's life. And the energy around them is actually kind of gray, and I'm picturing them like kind of like a rain jacket. So they've had to put up some kind of a fight here for themselves, but this person has exited that situation. And so maybe that's kind of this energy that we're all picking up on, where it's like they're kind of so you might get this impression here off this person, but you can see that they're reaching for something better with this nectar energy. And I feel like that nectar energy is you. So this is a person who sees you as like sweetness, like the sweetness in their world, I feel like Okay, so I just heard like pollination, like you are the flower that they kind of like, they're the bee and they want to like suck the nectar out. Like they feel like you probably smell good, like you're very beautiful. They just kind of want to come into your energy, maybe your hair, maybe it's your hair that they really like and they're drawn into, but this person is like very much reaching out. The other thing though that I'm getting is this person may have actually moved away from you. And that feels like a separate situation than from like that fight energy that they were at. So I'm almost getting that this person has like kind of passed through your life. Not that they weren't around for like, you know, a significant period of time. I actually feel like, you know, at least like weeks or months, like this person was kind of around, but maybe it felt like they were neither here nor there, because this person I'm getting, they were in a bit of a transitionary energy. And this is on more levels than one, because like I said, it feels like they're transitioning. They might be looking for a place to live is what I'm getting, and take that on whatever scale. But this, again, it feels like on a broad scale, like they're looking for their town, their people, their, like the place that they actually want to put down roots, because they've decided that wherever they were in the past was not actually working out for them. And so they're trying to figure out where it is that they're going, but they have an insane like self-focus in order to pull themselves out of that. I'm also getting that this person may be interested in martial arts, like some kind of fighting. They may do like boxing or mixed martial arts, or just have like an interest in that, or sports or athleticism. I do feel like there's a lot of energy here in this person's past, and they might have even been working on like a technical skill. They may have had like a lot of competition around. That's what it feels like, but it feels like a seed kind of like pushing upwards. So it doesn't necessarily have to be competition from like other people. It's more just like they've had to really like push themselves out of a certain thing, like a certain kind of like energy, a certain kind of environment. And it feels like it's happening, like I said, on multiple stages, where internally this maybe is somebody who is used to more of like the lower chakra energies, or a dog eat dog world, or you know, the like maybe a lack mentality, like lack mindset, but they're reaching for something different. And I just always say this. I feel like that's what you're looking for in a person. Let me not mom for like a long time, but I think you're always looking for momentum and trajectory more so. I think so many people in life think that you're looking at the snapshot of who a person is in that moment. And you also don't want to like hang your hat on a prayer or a dream. This person is not like, I'm just wishing and hoping my way to a better life. This person has the momentum and the trajectory, and they are actually making changes in their life. As is evident to me, like I feel like this person has made a major decision in their past to move away from an energy that was really toxic, really draining a lot of their energy, very combative. But like I said, it feels like an atmosphere, like an overall atmosphere. So they're moving out of this. But the thing is, I'm getting this person's kind of faced away from you and like kind of, you know, turning to the side. So I feel like they saw you and you were like a bright spot in the darkness. And then but they know that they're not rooted and they're not grounded yet. So I feel like this person kind of wants to set up shop. I'm kind of picturing like in America when people started going west, like I think there were these competitions or something where you put your flag in the ground. It's almost like this person's trying to do that. They're trying to put their flag in the ground somewhere and build up some kind of foundation. And I almost get the sense that then they're going to turn and they're going to come back to you. They're going to see like if you're still available, like where you are, like how you're feeling about it. But also because I think this person they've got a lot of kinetic energy. They almost are the seed where they haven't like started to, they've built up all this energy and they haven't yet started blossoming or blooming. So I want to say, don't be confused by this person's appearance. They may appear, there's something about their appearance that appears small. Maybe they are small, but I'm kind of getting they appear smaller than they actually are, because this is a person who has a lot of inner energy. I'm hearing the word tenacity and grit. So this person is like, they have the ability to dig their heels in and actually like climb, actually go somewhere. But you might not be able to see this because I'm also picturing them in that like rain jacket. So I don't know, maybe this person lives in a very like watery, rainy area, or you do, like, and they're at least maybe at this time where there's a lot of water around, or maybe they're just hiding. I feel like this person hasn't necessarily made a move towards you or anything like that. But I do get the sense that you've interacted, because this person's really, obviously they have a crush on you and they've really clocked you as somebody actually like absolutely beautiful and sparkling, but they think that you deserve better than them, better than where they are now. And this is not a person who's like in an Eeyore depressive kind of a state about that. They're like, I need to hustle. I need to set my stuff down. And you might not realize that this person has kind of made I'm hearing the word exodus. They've made like a big exodus from whatever it is. And again, I can't stress this enough. And I think I'm supposed to be stressing this to you because it's like, the energy thing is what's going to make this sustainable for the long term, where this person has made an exodus out of a certain energy. And that has corresponded with an exodus on the physical, where they are actually reaching for something better. And I think you represent this something better. And I'm noticing like the mala, the prayer beads, and the flower, the blossoming, the blooming. like you are the rose, you are the sweetness. And Edgar Casey readings, they mention that the rose is the most, he says the rose is the most highest vibrational energy on the planet. And I feel like your energy right now to this person is so high vibrational. It's like something that they're only like aspiring to, but they've almost like seen the future that they want in like with you in your energy. And this person is like you know how you have to get up to speed when you get on a highway? That's what this person is doing. They're getting up to speed. They're not just looking at the highway going, man, one day I wish I could get on there. This person's like, oh, here's the on-ramp to the highway, and I need to be gaining momentum, I need to be gaining speed, and nobody needs to be kicking my butt. This person is a self-starter. Like, that's the other thing. This person is a real self-starter. And I do feel like they might have a really nice body, and maybe you don't quite know that, because again, this person might, I don't know if this is like the temperature or just the way this person dresses or something like that, but you might not realize that they have like as nice of a body as they have, or something, because I feel like this person's very athletic, they're very physical, and this person also has some kind of technical skill or ability, even if that is just their adaptability, because this person has a lot of confidence, because like they've picked up from somewhere and have started over because they know they can do it. They know they can like actually replant themselves. So I just get the sense that this is a person where they just don't seem like they have as much going on for them as they actually do. But this is the person where it's like when they're 40 years old, they're really going to have something to show for themselves. When they're 50 years old, even, this is somebody you can build with, build upon. And I'm getting, okay, that word pawn, and I'm hearing prawn as well. So I'm feeling like this person felt like they were a pawn in the past, but they were smart enough to see it. And they just, this is a person who felt like they didn't have the power physically, or like the position, but they have the smarts and they have the strategy. So it's like, I think this person has felt like they had to eat more shit than they wanted to in the past, but it was all very strategic, you know, because they realized that it would have been stupid for them to put themselves out there in a certain way. And so this is a very clear-minded person. And for some of you, this person could have had a past in the armed forces, because they have very like soldier kind of an energy, but it's more, I'm hearing tactician. Like, this person is very tactical in the moves that they make. I also feel like this is a person who can go without, like, for long periods of time. They don't, and what I mean is like this person's idea of the necessities is less than most people's idea of the necessities. So like, you might go into their apartment and they don't have anything in their apartment, but they have a lot in the bank. Like, this is that person. And they're doing that very strategically. They're doing that very intentionally, because I'm hearing it's that riff-raff street rat, but I'm hearing like, don't let your ears deceive you. Don't let your eyes deceive you. So there might also be something about this person's speech, the way that they talk, where you think maybe maybe they don't use big words or like refined speech or something like that. So, yeah, I just feel like this person is definitely one to watch. Okay, and I just heard like top under 30, like most successful people under 30 or something. This is like the person to watch for sure. And you might be like able to get into their energy. I also feel like this person they're not giving you the sense that they like you right now because they're focused on other things, but they do very much like you. And I feel like when this person's like, you know, going to sleep at night or something, they dream about the life that you could have together. They dream about your energy. You are very much like the gem to this person. Yeah, the diamond in the rough. Oh, and then the prayer. And I'm hearing Bon Jovi, Living on a Prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. This person kind of wants you to believe in them. They want you to trust them. Like, I'm hearing Aladdin, do you trust me? Do you trust me? Like, that's this, and you should, like, this is definitely a person you can trust, because they put their money where their mouth is what I'm getting. And I think there might be, I just keep wanting to stress this too, there might be things about this person where you kind of look and you're like, I don't know if that's stable. I don't know if I can put my weight on that. But really what you're actually seeing is this person's mind and their strategy and their ability to prioritize. This person, you are a priority to this person. This person sees the wealth in you. They see what you can be. They also feel like you're a diamond in the rough. They feel like you're this gem energy, like you are this bright spot and in the storm, which they have been through this underworld experience. So that's what's going on in their life. But also this person thinks that there's something like you are very bright for your environment, like that you really do stand out. And that I think this person thinks you deserve a lot more than what you have as well. And oh, look, the vision. Yeah, this person thinks that you have a shared vision and that you guys could have everything together and that you match each other here, like with this owl energy. They see a kindred in you. They think, so if I'm describing this and this sounds a lot like your energy, this is still the person that has a crush on you, because this person sees the same thing in you, that maybe you don't come from anything. Maybe you have gone through a difficult time here as well. And also with this dead end energy here, this person, there's something here in this person's past where it was actually a blessing. It was like a lot of burden. And I think this person felt like it was a lot of burden. It was like, this person is like a pack mule, okay, energetically. And that's really good because it's that grit and tenacity. So they can get really, really, really far with that. So I think it actually kind of takes a lot. Like this person's threshold is like a lot. It takes a lot for them to be like, wait a minute. At what point is this just like brutal and I need to stop and like turn around? And that's what went on here. So I feel like whatever went on for this person, it went on for a really long time. They were in this darkness for a really long time and they just kept telling themselves like, no, I just need to dig my heels in. I just need to like kind of keep going and, you know, have that tenacity. But tenacity is not always the answer. Sometimes it's like, okay, I really cannot build here. That's like really what this person has gone through here in their past. And it's just like, I'm kind of getting the dark of night, like they started to come out of the dark of night, but they've really had to like push through and they're getting like cut up and everything like that. So this person's not having the best time of it right now. They're really not, but they're connecting with their anima mundi. They're connecting with that, like, it's almost, this person does have like this animalistic quality and they're different. This is somebody who really does stand out. They operate so heavily on instinct. So it's not logical all the time with this person. This strategy that they have is like very holistic. This is like a really, really great person. Like the energy is really good. And I feel like they are really the diamond in the rough because they don't kind of fit into, I'm hearing they don't fit into any one mold and they don't fit into the classical molds that we expect. Like when you're kind of, okay, trying to get the pulse of somebody, trying to figure out like what makes you tick, you know, what's great about you, what sparks you alive inside, you know, with this person, I don't think they've really had much time to think about what brings them to life because this person's been busy surviving. That's like really what I'm getting is they've been busy surviving, but they've learned a lot of skills like in regards of that. So when this person finally makes it out of these brambles, they're going to take off. This is like, that's what I mean. It's like this person has just like cultivated so much energy. And I'm hearing turbulence. Like this is a person who has had to cut their teeth on like a lot of this where most people are just kind of like walking. So that's what I mean. Like when these brambles clear, this person is going to have such speed and strength and momentum that it's going to be like almost like a bullet, like the velocity of like a bullet exiting a gun. So yes, I feel like for a lot of you this could be your own energy, but I also feel like this is reflected back here in this other person with this owl-like energy. And owls are very adaptable. That's what I get. Like this person's adaptable, you're adaptable, and they're also like represent that air element. But to me, it's the air element in a more well-rounded way. And the air element always has like a bird's eye view. That's the other thing that I'm getting about this person. They're not very present right now, but that's how they need to be in order to get away from this. Like this person's thinking in the long term, which means they're out of devil energy. Because we pick up on a lot of devil energy here where it's like you are just like the people that we like their energies that we're digging into, they kind of take the short term fix, you know, like I just want to fix this, like, and I forego like the longer term benefit. That's what I'm saying is like this person can go without in the short term and has gone without. I actually think for a long time where this also might be a person where it's like any little thing, it's like, oh yeah, we're going to go out to a sit down restaurant. That's like a luxury to this person. They really don't take anything for granted. So they're really thinking in the long term, which means they're out of that devil energy, and that devil energy is Capricorn, right? This is a person who I think will end up building a business, building a family name, building a reputation. And I think that this person definitely sees you being a part of that because I think they recognize the similar engine in you that you both, again, that's this fire, like, see that's like those lower root chakras. That's this underworld energy. And then look, we've got the storm here. And I'm hearing Miley Cyrus, The Climb. It's all about the climb. And this person actually, they like the climb. You know how for a lot of people, it's like everybody wants to get to the end of the rainbow, right? And everybody's just like, ugh, the climb is something I have to tolerate to get to the end of the rainbow. Not this person. This person's like, man, I love striving. Man, I love like proving everybody wrong. Man, I love getting to that, like dragging my ass over the finish line. I love that feeling. Nothing can replace it. That's also what it's opposite of the devil energy where it's just that quick fix. Like, oh, I just want that like satiating to where all my pain goes away. This person's not like that. This person's like, I love looking back and seeing how far I've come. I love building me. There's nothing that you could ever give me that could ever replace that feeling or be worth it. It's like this person may work, they may get success, they may get luxury, but that's not what fulfills them. What fulfills them is this like climb. And that's also the athleticism too, where I feel like this person, again, it's like they like sweating it out. They like the grit of it. This is somebody who just likes the challenge, like especially a physical challenge. And they like the fact that it's hard. They like the fact that it's hard because they feel like they can cut their teeth. They feel like they can prove themselves. They feel like that's what makes them different. But again, if you don't have like this person thinks you are like them, so you can see them, you know, because it kind of takes one to know one with this energy, because other people are just going to look and be like riff raff street rat, you know. But this person thinks that you really get it, that you really understand them. So let's get some more energy here. This is a person who's very creative, but it's been stunted in them, and they may have a father energy that's been an alcoholic, or a father energy that has stifled their creativity here in some way. But ironically, this person actually does have a lot of emotions, and I feel like it's actually their their intuition that has actually led them away from the situation that they're in. Remember I said, like, with a lot of fight, they could have been in a situation where there was not a lot of love, not a lot of emotion. They also could have been in a situation where somebody was drinking too much around them, and they had like a vision, but it was their vision and it didn't include this person. Like, that's the soldier energy. Like, they could have been around somebody who was very domineering, like especially emotionally or with money or something like that. But it was like, this person is a really good foot soldier, because this person gets results. So I feel like this person, there's like a dominant figure or energy it's like broader than just an individual, but there could be a kingpin is what I'm hearing. Like, there's somebody in the middle of it that's kind of holding that energy together. But this person realized that they were not working towards their own goals, that they were maybe I heard being sabotaged. They recognize that, okay, but this is an energy that would keep that to themselves. And they would just say, like, you know, okay, well, I'm gonna go do this now or that now, you know, like something like that. I'm a soldier. And from Destiny's Child, I want a soldier. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting to. So, and I feel like that's almost this person's energy, even though I feel like a lot of you are asking about men. It's like, this person wants somebody that, because they know it's hard, and they don't want somebody who's, again, going to be a drain. They want somebody who's going to build. So I'm hearing, I want a soldier. This person wants, like, yeah, nice. Okay, so this person definitely has a past, because I just saw the Six of Cups. So they're in some kind of process of transforming. And I feel like this is somebody also, there's something about their childhood or like their past where they're like, I want that, but the real thing. So there's something about their past where they don't feel like it was a real thing. They feel like it was actually, like, it promised growth. It promised, somebody's in the bathroom at work. I love it. Yeah, so like, it promised growth. It looked like it was promising. It looked like it was emotional. It looked like it was lucrative, whatever it is for this person. And it really wasn't actually that. I also get the sense that this person could have followed the wrong kind of mentor with the King of Cups, like in reverse. They could have followed the wrong mentor that they thought was loving, or they thought was going to lead to like maybe even marriage and children and things like that. But it never did. So this person is looking back at that and they're saying, I want that, but I want the real thing. And I've identified that, and I actually need a worker. I need a soldier. I need somebody who can get in the brambles with me and isn't afraid of doing that. But this person is definitely, okay, I just heard identity crisis. And I think you might have actually sparked this, because this person wasn't planning on meeting you, I think, whenever they did, because this person knows that they are appearing less than they actually are. And so I think maybe it has them a little bit like in their mind about it. Yeah, they, and their money situation is not like very, very good. And so it is like, they're in this in-between. They really are in this in-between state, and they're trying to grow. And it is actually showing up as a competition of values, because this person's valuing like getting away and their independence right now. They know they need to be in that state of mind. So if you feel like this person isn't giving you much attention, try not to take this personally. I don't think that you would, because I think you also have this independent energy, and either you've already been through a phase like this in your life, a period like this, to where you understand this like very completely, or you're also in this at the same time this person is in this, and they don't exactly realize that that's what's going on. But this person also values pushing forward, and they know, though, like, that's what I'm saying, is like, this person knows that they have got to build the foundation, and then things will move. I feel like it's happened for this person before in their past. They do all of the hard work, and you really can't see all the tenacity and everything they're pouring into it, and then until all of a sudden it moves. They know that that's how it tends to go, and so they want to move forward with the Chariot, and they do see you as opposite of them. But I feel like it's again, like with this nectar energy, like, you are the sweetness. They think that you have it like a lot easier than them. This person also admires your strength. They really do. And they're also wondering, though, they're kind of wary because of whatever it is that they've been through. But this doesn't have to do with you so much so personally. Yeah. And maybe you actually hold back too, like sharing your passion with them or something like that. So they might have felt left out in the cold, or they just might feel like they just don't have, like they think that you are like the queen and that they don't have, you know, enough to really offer you here. Okay, this person was in a very argumentative situation. Like, I really just keep that. And they were dreaming and dreaming and dreaming about what they were going to do when they finally got away. And so this person has finally got away and they don't want to squander their opportunity. So this is all about timing for this person. And that's a part of their strategy is like, I'm hearing like, don't put the cart before the horse. So this person's like, I need to get myself straightened out. I need to get myself like rooted and grounded. And then I need to like kind of move on with this. And they feel like they are kind of sneaking around. Okay, so this person can have secret arguments, but it's like they're trying to hide this because they can't win. There's a situation in their past they know they can't win, and they may have to like go back and keep arguing with these people or with this situation. So I don't know, it's like if this person's selling their house or something, but it's like they bought it with other people, or if this was a relationship, it's like they don't want you to know that it's as argumentative as it really is, because this person's really like wanting to be on a new beginning, and they just kind of want to block this off. They just feel like whatever is in their past was like very controlling and domineering. There's a lot of fighting, a lot of, and there just is no winning. And they just don't want you to see them like that, you know? And they knew that they had to tolerate that for a time. So yeah, this person, they have a lot of love for whatever it is that they're moving towards. This person also is low on energy, okay? Because I feel like this person's used to being able to produce more or do more or be more active, but because they've like uprooted everything, this person might be in and out of your life, or their energy, there's something about this person's energy that it's like zzz, zzz, zzz. And this person also may be just looking for something casual. I don't think they want something casual with you, to be honest, but this person might just be thinking to themselves that they want something casual here. Yeah, look. This person is like, I'm kind of almost getting like Lancelot, like they're Lancelot. Yeah. And this person thinks so highly of you. Okay, so let's get some messages from this person, and then we'll see specifically why they have a crush on you, like what they like about you. I can already tell you, some of you smell really, really good. And like, I just picture that you're like a flower. Like your energy is, see these like very citrusy, like kind of high vibrational hues. You might wear these kinds of colors, like very bright colors, but either way, this is your energy. This person really likes your identity, your solar plexus energy. They like that you have a sense of self. This person just feels like you bring the sunshine in on a rainy day. Like this person could be in a really bad mood, and then like you would come in the room and this person would just like all of a sudden be happier and more jovial. I think this person really likes your spiritual nature, but I'm noticing like here it looks almost like static or fuzz. So they might be confused about your spirituality, or they know that you're spiritual, or it's like they know you mix your own fragrances. Yeah, like that's definitely something here. Like where they like the way that you smell. Like this person may not, so they might be confused about your spirituality if they know anything about it. Or what Spirit is saying is that what they're actually drawn to in you is like your sense of, it actually comes from your spirituality. It actually comes from your worldview and your philosophy, but they might not understand that it comes from that place. But it's what this person wants for themselves. Like I keep getting this prayer energy. I'm hearing like, I prayed for you. I wished for you. Like you are kind of a fulfillment of this person's like prayer energy. So many things remind me of you. I am getting that this person has like had to turn their back on you or had to leave, but it's only temporary. This person feels like it's only temporary. They're going to come back. I want to tell you how I feel. They want to tell you how they feel, but they also feel like they need to bolster themselves in the physical, and that they need to have more to show you. They don't want you to see them as like struggling, because this is not a person who struggles. This is not a person who, they seem to be very acutely aware that they're having monetary troubles or, something like that, but it's like not who they typically usually are. And they want you to see them as they are. It's not even like, I want you to see me as better than I am. It's like, I want you to see what I can do and what I'm capable of. Only temporary as a tattoo. I want to be more than friends. So yeah, I feel like you have a friendship connection here with this person. Just being near you is intoxicating. That's really how this person feels about you. I regret lying to you. So this person and this lie feels like about their past situation, or if you feel like this person's being weird, or that there's holes in their story or something like that, it's not because they're ashamed of themselves. Like, I actually think this person's very proud of the things that they've been through and their ability to weather certain storms and stuff. Like, this is a person who would just not be satisfied unless they had to actually go through all this. This is a person who could never be a trust fund baby and actually be happy with themselves and with their life. They don't want to win the lottery. They don't want things handed to them on a silver platter. They don't just want the corner office because, woohoo, I got the corner office. Like, this person wants to actually be worthy of it. They want to look back and be like, and I was the janitor, and I was the this, and I was the that, and I was the this, and because of it, I'm very well rounded. And of course, everybody wants to be the whatever, you know. Yeah. Okay, so let's just get messages here. But this person, they think you're so beautiful, so beautiful. Starting to understand our connection. I don't react when people mention you. This is a person who's very insular here just at this current time. But again, it's strategic because this person's waiting to reveal their feelings for you. I'm afraid to contact you. Sometimes I lie awake thinking about you. I was getting that earlier in the reading, that this person just kind of thinks about you, dreams about the life that you guys can have together as they're like kind of going to sleep. You're their motivating factor. I wish I could take back my words. So this person may have said something, but this is a person who I feel like would come off gruff. Like, they could have said something kind of careless or gruff. I'm telling you, this person is planning on coming back. We will be together again. It's a part of this person's strategy, but it feels to me like they went a little bit past you to set something up, and they're going to turn around and be like, look, would you like to come to my area? Yeah, so let's see. Anything else? I just want more things about what this person likes about you, and then we're going to move on to pile number 2. I mean, your energy is coming through very colorful. Like, notice the colors in this, like the gem and like all of these like pinkies. And I don't know if you wear these colors a lot or that's just the color of your energy. This person feels like this is divinely guided. There's so much spirituality here. I feel like this person is like very devout in some kind of way. Like, even if it's not your type of spirituality, like your connection to spirituality is something that they're reaching for. But I feel like this person just prays. Like, they talk to God. They feel like you are very benevolent, very compassionate, and that you are very spiritual here and of yourself. They also feel like you are elevated, but they feel like there's a block. They feel like there's a block, but you can see like these people are both striving for the peak. So they see you striving for something here in your life, and they feel like you both have vision, companion. This person feels like you're their companion, that you are somebody that they can be loyal to. And I think they compare your energy to some kind of like thief energy from their past, this Midas miser. So this person could have gotten sucked into something because it promised like money, but really it was just a thieving kind of a situation. And if this was like their hometown or something like that, these are the kinds of people that were around. They just kind of like claw and pull at people that they think they can steal from, whether it's the shapeshifter energy. This is what this person has kind of come from. So there's a part of this person that's a bit afraid because they feel like you're too good to be true. I'm hearing you're too good to be true. Can't take my eyes off of you. So they really do. And it's getting them in their head, and they have these kind of like self-sabotaging thoughts. So Spirit is saying it's absolutely necessary for this person to move a bit slower than other people, because they need to actually get to know you. And so this is they feel like you're very sexual. This person also may have jumped into sexual situations with people who knew how to talk the talk. And so this person actually has to observe. So Spirit is saying like, look, we're heavily involved in this. We're slowing down the pace, because that's actually what this person needs to understand, that you're different than the person that they were with before, or the people that they were with before. So this is a really, look, priest. Thank you. Okay, so let's just see the outcome of this. And we'll get advice, and then we're going to move on to pile number 2. Okay, so it's the outcome here, Spirit. Look, I just saw athlete. Okay, so athlete, dedication to transcending physical limits, including handicaps, development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. And that's reminding me of this hero heroine card. So I feel like the two of you actually like being able to like come together at the top of the mountain is each of you kind of overcoming your own obstacles, whatever it is. Because I feel like both of you are these types of people. You like to cut your teeth on things. You like the climb. You like the personal empowerment. And you both maybe have had to deal with some like vampire energies in the past that siphoned off of you in whatever way. Money, energy, time. People who pretended to be more than they are. This angel in disguise. Yeah. and somebody who acted like you thought that they were going to be your savior, you thought it was the answer, but really it actually wasn't. So like the end result looks really, really good. So let's just see advice. I feel like just trust the process. You know, have you ever remember science fairs, like in elementary school? And there was always that one project that somebody would put like all the rocks. There'd be like a clear vessel and people would put all the rocks in the different sizes, the big rocks, the sand, the whatever, and then pour like the filthy water in it. And then it would all come out like absolutely clear. So it's a filtration process and the water has to like be ran through the rocks. Trust the filtration process. There's something here about all the things that you're going through and that your energy and this person's energy is being run through that's actually filtering out the sediment, you know? So trust the process, move slow, and truly in this, trust that everything is working out for you with this person. And I'm hearing diamond in the rough and things are not always what they seem. But again, I think you are like this as well. Things are not always as they seem. Pioneer, passion for doing and creating what has not been done before. So definitely connect with your own journey, your own creative process. Keep going with that. Yeah. So the process that you're being brought through here, it's a longer term process that you might not be able to see this. And I think it's been going on before the two of you have been brought together here as well. Trusting God. I just saw the God card again. So, and use your powers of observation. Watch, again, but you're looking for that trajectory in a person. That's what's really going to make this person stand out to you. So, oh, thanks, guys. Oh, look, priest. Facilitates spiritual commitment, serves as a channel of spiritual energy. So keep going on your spiritual path. This is a very spiritual pile, not surprising. You know, you're obviously here connected with your own like self-awareness journey, dipping into tarot, dipping into like, you know, your own energy. So keep doing that and keep moving. I think don't fall into the trap of thinking that you have to make everything happen and you have to sit here. I'm hearing the man that can't be moved by the script. I'm the man that can't be moved because maybe you'll come back here. So I just said this person's planning on coming back, but that doesn't mean that you need to be stagnant. This is a divinely guided connection. And think about, I just used that metaphor of the water being poured through. So if you're stagnant, if water's stagnant, it stays polluted. Trust the process. Trust that your yes is leading you to the right place, whether it's with this person or not. Yeah, so stay away from this engineer mind where you feel like you have to concoct everything. No, you don't. Trust the Tao. Trust the Tao. And I'm hearing some of you don't think that miracles happen for you, but this is a situation that could very well prove you wrong. And networking. So get out, network, experience life, you know, be with your friends, all of that stuff. So that was pile number 1. And I want to actually shuffle the bottom deck energy here. Actually, I'm going to take that. Interesting. Okay. So moving on here. Interesting. Hold on. I'm just shuffling the bottom deck energy so I can get different energies that are coming out here. And then we're moving on to pile number 2. Okay. I'm just hearing, you know, a dream is like a river, ever changing as it flows. And a dream is just a vessel that must follow where it goes. Trying to learn from what's behind you. Never knowing what's in store makes each day a constant battle. Just to stay between the shores. So this is a much different energy. And I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. Like a bird upon the wind. These waters are my sky. I'll never reach my destination if I never try. So I will sail my vessel till the river runs dry. So let's go with Brooks, the river. So this person has a much different energy. This person that is coming into that has a crush on you. Now, remember I was saying like the colors very much blend together in this, like some of you, this person's on a journey. So it's like when you first met this person, they're in pile number 1, and then they're actually moving on into this. Like once they actually build their foundation, they get their bearings, they're actually moving out of that very competitive lower nature of like, I just have to fight to survive. And they're moving into this pile number 2 energy of like, well, now I'm just sailing my vessel. I'm on the river. I'm trusting myself. I'm trusting my energy. For some of you, thank you guys. For some of you, that is like a continuation here of pile number 2. And I'm getting this is the energy where this person actually comes back. They could potentially come back into your life in this energy that we're about to dip into here in pile number 2. But for others of you, this is a different energy entirely. So going on and tapping into this. So right now I'm really looking at this sword card here and the riddle. So this person is a conundrum, and you've gotten two different distinct energies off of this person. And like I said, for some of you, it's like they started out one way when you met this person, but because they've actually been on a journey and they've actually been maturing, they're kind of coming out through that water filtration system. They're coming out different, more purified on the end. You guys are so sweet. They're coming out different here on the end. But you've gotten, in some way, shape, or form, from this person who has a crush on you, you've gotten two very distinct energies from them. And it almost seems like, you know, one of them is this very pleasant, very playful energy, but then the other one is very like maybe brooding or dark or sad. And it could also be that, you know, this person has been dealing with things in their life that are of these different kinds of an energy, but you feel like they're a conundrum. You feel like this person is the eternal knot, that whenever you actually think you understand this person, you learn something else about them. And you kind of have to keep chewing on this energy, and that's your process. Okay, that's what I was getting here in pile number 1. I feel like this person is actually put in your path. It's like spiritual chewing gum. Spirit has actually put this person in your path for you to chew on their energy, for you to try to understand them, for you to try to get to the bottom of their energy. That is you actually going on your purification process. So this person's a big part of your own journey, your own process, and it's helping you getting to the truth in the bottom of them is helping you get to the truth and to the bottom of yourself. And it's also helping you to change your worldview. There's something here about changing your worldview. And I'm getting, especially because remember I was saying that your energy is very similar to theirs in pile number 1, where you could have been around a lot of snakes, a lot of deceitful people. And a lot of times those people can kind of like be very two-faced, come off very deceitful. So you might think that this is this person at first, that because they have two sides to them, they're very deceitful. But actually what I'm getting for this person that has a crush on you is that their duality. This is a person who has a duality to them. It's more a sign of their own self-work and their own maturity. So there's something here where it's not like they're two-faced, where they say one thing and then behind your back they're like actually doing their schemes. This person has a duality that's more like, how can somebody who is so sweet be so strong? You know, and actually not be a doormat, you know? So it's like they're breaking a mold for you in a really, really good way. So this is a very good problem to have, is what I'm hearing. This person's a very good problem to have. There's some kind of a conundrum. And I feel this person may feel the same way about you to one degree or another. And again, with the hands, like you're both kind of reaching here towards each other. But there is a knot, and this is actually making me think of a karmic knot. So I do feel like the two of you have some kind of karma that you need to work through and maybe actually cut through here with the sword of truth. I'm almost picturing like somebody's got chewing gum in their hair and then they have to like kind of cut it out, like cut this knot out. So so they're having me focus on that chewing gum, like energy of, you know, something got in somebody's hair here, but it's not, it wasn't put there by you. This is really something that just needs to get cut out. And it's an initiation. So there's something about your energy here with this person that is an initiation onto some kind of a pilgrimage, and it may actually be leveling you up into being some kind of a mentor. Oh, this is spirit guide energy. And look, we've got the 1 and the ring. Okay, so this is a high level soulmate. And they could be leading you away from a siren energy here. So there could be somebody in your past that you were maybe very fixated on, and that you thought they were like beautiful, you thought they were the answer, you thought they were handsome. I just heard the word exquisite. You just thought they were exquisite, but really they were leading you off of your path. You thought it was like a high vibrational connection. You thought it was like heart energy, but really it was just lust. It was like, you thought it was special, but it was just a sex though. And your experience here with this person that was like not true to who they said they were, this energy was not what you thought that it was. It's very sweet, saccharine sweet. You know, like those false sweeteners that we have, and they actually do weird things to your brain. Like it's more sweet than sugar. And so it like actually creates like an addiction. It's like that. So it put this block, this mountain in your way where actually you having a crush on this person or you being with this person that was like this siren energy made you feel alone. Like, you know, it actually put you in this kind of hermit mode and you had to suck the poison out. So I feel like this person that has a crush on you in pile number 2 is actually bringing you off of this experience. They're the shaman. They're the rattle. is what I'm hearing. This person is the rattle. So, okay, and then I'm hearing rattlesnake, and that's back to this dual energy where at first you thought this person was a snake and they are very poisonous and you thought that they were going to bite you or something like that. But actually this person is sucking out the venom. You already had the venom in you. And then this person that now has a crush on you is the rattle that spirit, your spirit guides. Where is that? The mentor. So you could have somebody in your life that you met this person through, and it might be a mentor. It could be a boss, could be a teacher, could be something like that. Or this person could be your mentor. But they're actually shaking this person that has a crush on you as a rattle to get your attention, to draw you away from this other connection that you seem to have had. And that's the third energy that's coming in here. So to help you untangle like whatever knot it is. Does that make sense? So this is a very sacred, very divine connection where you might have thought that another energy was a sacred divine connection, but it really just was venom. It really just was poison. It made you feel alone. It made you feel isolated. It wasn't giving back to you here in some kind of way. And so spirit has brought this person across your path, and you know that shaking, there's something about the shaking that's like actually getting rid of some energies, and it's actually bringing you in contact with your heart here, your heart space, something that has actually been like very guarded and very protected. And this is actually ushering you, how do I describe this? It's like you're recognizing like that's actually these two people. So this duality that you think you sense here in this person, that's a help. Okay, so there's two people, and they both have a dual energy, okay, but it's completely different from one another. So this old person's venom, they seemed sweeter than pie. Okay, they seemed like they had no faults. They seemed like, hello, Lexi. They seemed like they had no faults. I'm kind of getting the energy of Neptune. Neptune, it always seems better than it is, but it ends up being a lie. So it ends up like kind of letting you down. So that was that person's duality. And then so this next person, they actually do show their duality. And they don't really care what you think. Like this person is not trying to convince you that they're sweeter than pie or that they're better or whatever. So this person is actually showing up appropriately to different situations. And and so maybe you're thinking, well, that's not divine, because maybe you think that in this person you can see faults. You can see what's unseen. But I'm hearing what's unseen to you is very fuzzy because you don't have the truth about them. You don't have the truth here in this situation. That's you going through this purification process here with this person. So you need to remain open. You need to, okay, I'm hearing very clearly, your goal in this is to stay very neutral in your energy. I think there was a person in your past you definitely were not neutral about. You bought some kind of lie energy, hook, line, and sinker. Boy, hook, line, and sinker. So then when the rug got pulled out from under you, you were legitimately surprised, and you should not have been, right? Now, it's not to blame you. That's why it's a karmic lesson. It's your karmic lesson. We all have different ones. So we all experience getting the rug pulled out from under us in different areas of our life. But there was something here about this like past person that's your getting the rug pulled out from under you moment, because there was something about them that you weren't seeing clearly, or you didn't want to see clearly because you thought that they were the answer. In reality, it's the person from your past that should have been the riddle to you. You should have said something really stinks about this person. Something doesn't make sense about this person, about their approach to me, about why they say this or that or the other thing. And you couldn't see it in that person because you were deluding yourself or you were lying to yourself about it. You also weren't in touch with your own inner emotions, where you were saying something about this makes me feel isolated or bad, you know? So this other person from your past, even you could still be in a relationship with this person and they would still have shoved you into hermit energy, where you're like, I'm really not happy. I really have to, like, you were forced into this hermitude, not out of your own choosing. You know, it's not like this, not out of your own choosing, you know, or it even could be like, oh, well, we're both so elevated, and so we have to be like, remain like above everyone, you know, it could even be that, but then you end up like alone and lonely. So this other person comes in kind of shaking the rattle, and you might think it's going to strike you, but this person's very mature. So also with the rattlesnakes, you know, it's the baby ones that could bite you. They're more likely to bite you. Any rattlesnake can bite you. Okay. But like, the baby ones are actually the most dangerous because they haven't like learned yet. They're kind of touchy. And so maybe you thought this one was like a baby rattlesnake, which makes me think that this person who has a crush on you, you thought they were the one that was like younger or like less mature. So there's something about them. They could have been younger than this person that you fell for in the past, or they could have not had as much going for them as somebody in the past, but they're actually more mature. They're actually more grounded, and they're actually not trying to deceive you. So, because they don't need to. I'm hearing this is a person who doesn't have to. So you're confused about this person who has a crush on you. You are really confused. And it's because this person's a pilgrim. They're in the middle of a journey. And it's because they're in the middle of their own thanatos process. And for some of you, it's like, I'm hearing the ties that bind. So this person has the truth that you need, because I feel like you've met this person when they're in the process of cutting themselves out of their web, out of this like sticky Charlotte's web. Okay, I'm also hearing this person could be your conscience. Like, kind of getting Charlotte's web. You know how like she guided Wilbur from like the corner, and she was like herself, you know. So just up in the corner saying all these wise things that she had, you know, learned, and she was building her little web and everything. So like this person's kind of like your Charlotte's web. They or Charlotte, you know, in her web, and she's just like, look at you, little piggy pig, you know. And she was always kind and always sweet, even though she knew the butcher was coming. So I feel like this and the butcher didn't come, in case you don't know about little babe. But you know, this other person in your past, it's like this person could maybe kind of see through the nonsense. They can really kind of see that this person that you like is not all they're cracked up to be. You know, they can see this very clearly, and that might have been this as well. So that's another thing where it's like, I don't know if you've got another energy around you, or if this is just two energies inside of you, like the little angel and the little demon, you know. Who do I believe? There might be a question that hangs. Who do I go with? There could be a question. There could be a choice. Who do I go with? Who do I believe? And there's a person here who's the truth, and then there's somebody here who's a beautiful, beautiful lie. And so that is like the defining feature here of this. And this is a person who, okay, so this person you have a crush on, I'm really getting this energy of like the nest and the web. Home. This person is like very homey. They could really like their home a lot. They could spend a lot of time in their home, or their home is important to them. I'm hearing home is where the heart is. So this is a person who like very much kind of carries home on their back. And maybe they have like moved, or they have like a smaller home or something like that. But it's like this person has kind of a cozy. And I'm hearing a song. I think it's Usher. It's like, was a photo of you and me. Girl, you know I tried. I work hard to provide all the material things that I thought would make you happy. So there could be a question about that. Like maybe this person, you tried to provide them some kind of material thing, and then it didn't make them happy. And it's not that they didn't appreciate it. It's just this other person was just wanting you for your money. So then when this didn't work with this person, you thought they were rude or arrogant, or that they needed more, when in reality, they needed you to connect in a different way. That's something. Or this person could have potentially worked hard to provide you a good home, but it would be a loving home, a life you don't need a vacation from, something like that, like something very stable. They work hard to provide you love and genuine stability, and they're grounded. Like this person is so grounded in their energy, and I feel like this person is very observant. This person has a crush on you, very, very observant. I think that's actually been hard for them to be as observant as they are, and to not have that same level of observance or mastery in observance also applied to them. So I think this person gets accused of things. Like they get blamed for things. They get, I'm hearing blank slate, tabula rasa. So it's like people just kind of, because this person is so observant and they don't get involved in drama or messiness, or they kind of know how to excuse themselves, people kind of like write whatever they want to on this person. So I would be very wary of believing anything that you've heard here about this person. Interesting. Yeah. But this is a person who will be there for you in tough times. This other person that was in your life before won't be. I think as soon as it gets rough, this person's going to leave you for someone else, somebody better, somebody who has more. And you might really have been snowed by this person. You might really not have seen that about them, because you just thought they were the bee's knees. You thought they were perfect. This person's here for that person was here for a good time, not a long time. This is not a person who's going to love you in sickness and in health. This other person will love you in sickness and in health. And they'll probably observe things about you that you haven't even quite realized yourself. This is somebody who's very tapped in. This is also a person who like pretty much has their finger on the thumb with people. You know, they just kind of pick up on this person has like a hyper observance. They have the truth. Okay. And I think you're learning how to be more like this person. That's what I get. So the conversations that you have might not be much. This person may not say much to you. But what they say is so accurate. It's so truthful. It's so zing. Like this person will just hit the nail right on the head. And it's in your darkest times. This to me is an angel. Like no doubt, like sent from God. This is an angel. And it's funny how they work, because they've drawn some kind of line in the sand. They've drawn some kind of line in the sand where I'm hearing, I don't want to be your mother. So even though this person is like very loving, this person is strong in of themselves. This is a very interesting person. Like they have a nurturing energy, but they don't want to be your mama. Okay. They want you to be strong in yourself. And this person's leading and guiding you back to yourself. They are actually this. And I don't think people can see this because this person kind of comes off like this is their eye here. So it's like hard to kind of see this person, but behind it, this person is this. I'm hearing they've got a heart of gold. They're actually very heart-centered. Everything that they do is interesting and creative and different and unique. But I think that you kind of leave wondering, who is this actually? Who is this person? But this person's a channel, is what I'm getting. This person's kind of a channel where they flow with the Tao. And that's where you get this dual energy from. If this person, it kind of reminds me of a spiritual teacher, where if a spiritual teacher needs to pop you on the mouth, they will. And it's like exactly what you need to hear. Nope, we're not moving away from this. You need to face this. You need to confront this in yourself. And it's coming from a different level than what you're used to hearing that come from. And you need to honor and respect. I'm hearing, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. This person has some kind of perspective that's higher. But it means that they're not easily grasped by people. Okay, and I'm also hearing that there could be people around this person that are very intelligent, or maybe this is your energy, or this is this other person that was around you. They're very intelligent and they can kind of grasp concepts, but they don't have a holistic intelligence where they're able to put things into... like take psychology. This is actually like my biggest fear with this channel, right? Because we talk about a lot of psychological concepts. And sometimes I can forget this because having studied psychology academically, when you get a bachelor's degree in psychology, you spend about half of it learning everything that psychology isn't and cannot do. And the purpose and the point. And because it's a soft science. It's not a hard science where it's like, okay, when you see these three things together, it means that it's exactly this. You have to observe it in a close relationship over the long period of time. You cannot diagnose anybody with somebody unless you have a certain training. It's very specific training. You're in very close quarters with the person. You've built trust and intimacy, and you do it over the long haul. You're not at a distance across the party at a room on a tarot reading. You know nothing about a person, and then you apply these concepts, right? You can't do this with a person you don't have that kind of a relationship with. So this person, what I'm getting is like, they're very intelligent. They can hear the concepts that we talk about here on this channel and know just enough to get themselves in trouble. You know, oh, well, it's this. Oh, well, it's that. So I think this person kind of gets the short end of the stick because they're wise and because they're well-rounded. They are smart. They do understand things, but they understand things kind of holistically. That's where I feel like people get the wrong idea about this person. They think like, oh, maybe they're two-sided, but they're actually not. They're whole. And this person's innocent. They have an innocence to them and they like to hide it away. And they feel sad. They feel like they're not allowed to like be a full person or to trust their own instincts. I feel like this person didn't have a lot of mothering. Okay, so let me just see. There's a lot of fighting around this person. Or this person, okay, there's fighting in their past. That's kind of energy from the previous pile. So let me get new energy that's coming in. Yeah, this person doesn't get the respect they deserve. I just saw the King of Wands. That's the sad energy. Oh, wow. Okay, so, oh, wow. So, I feel like either you're a wish fulfillment to them or they're a wish fulfillment to you, but they're very intrigued. So, this person could think a lot about you when they work. It's your intuition. Okay, so Spirit, tell me about this person. King of Wands. They're coming up as the King of Wands. So this person's actually very sexy and attractive. Okay, this is kind of what's crazy. This person is sexy and attractive. They do actually have this fire energy. This is strong fire energy, and this person's an individual. Okay, and I feel like, again, that self energy. This person's an individual in a way that they actually do Spirit's work here, and they have a full, complete plan about it. This person's elevated. This person's meant to be a leader, but this is definitely somebody who's had to work their way up to that. So this kind of, again, this continuation from pile number 1. And this person's definitely been out in some kind of a desert. That's what I'm getting. They've spent some time alone. Yeah. And they may have had a run-in with somebody here who changed their fortune. Could have been sexual. Could have been angry. Or this person does this. I don't know. I'm just picturing this energy of like people who are angry, or this could be a person who's sexually driven or very angry and they're running into this person, but this person has like the light of God from within. They're actually, remember I said they're a channel? So, like, and what I mean is not necessarily that they are a like tarot reader and they're doing that. I don't mean that. I mean, like, this person has like inspired action. They're not acting on behalf of their ego. They're not acting on behalf of themselves. They're acting on behalf of spirit. So people who are lower in vibration and who do act on behalf of their ego, they think, well, this person does this, this, and this. That's that dual energy. So when I do this, this, and this, it doesn't have the same effect. Well, no, it doesn't, because you're acting from your ego and this person's acting from a completely different space. The motions look the same. So there, you have two energies in your life where the motions look the same, but it just comes from an entirely different place. That's what you're supposed to learn about this person. And I feel like this external circumstance in your life where you've got these two people and you're at this crossroads, it actually mirrors your internal self, where you have actually, you're arising from this more egoic space. You're awakening, you're on your process to awakening, you're very engaged in that. And because you're engaged in that, that's where this person's come in as a rattle. And you're actually clearing out. So this person I'm hearing is like a palate cleanser. This person that you have a crush on, they're a palate cleanser. I'm hearing they could very well get you like hooked on spirit, but you need to cut ties with things in your past. This person's hearkening. They're an angel. They are an angel of awareness. They're hearkening in the fact that you are about to undergo a revolution in your soul. And I feel like this person has undergone, it's the hand of God has like affected this person's life and it's changed their entire fortune. So this person may have like gotten some kind of promotion or leadership position like very quickly. It could seem like it's very quickly or very suddenly to you. And it's because this person is being like supported by spirit or by God. This person also could have just completely uprooted themselves. And this person is noticing conflict from Charlotte's Web up in the corner. So this person kind of keeps to themselves and they haven't, this person's enigmatic. They seem like they know more and they do. This person's like an enigma. They're a mystery and they're your soulmate. This is like high soul mate energy. And because you have something going on around you. I feel like with this pile, yes, this person has a crush on you. But there's like a bigger message that's coming through where you're in a bit of danger, pile number 2. And I'm not trying to scare you, but it's like at work, maybe there's people, or because of your work, like you have people who are maneuvering around you and you can't win as long as these people are around. So what I'm getting actually is that you have manifested. You've been manifesting some kind of wish fulfillment, some kind of like brighter day for yourself, or you want to advance. You've gone as far as you can go. That's the dead end energy. You need to be in pile number 1 energy where you need to leave this behind. You will never win in the situation that you are in because you have people around you that are negative, bad, hidden. It's that dual energy that's negative. They smile in your face. They seem too good to be true. And behind the scenes, even just energetically, these people have nasty energy. Nasty, nasty energy. It is eroding every seed you plant. They unplant it behind your back. This is supposed to wake you up. This pile, this message is like just shaking you. Spirit is just shaking you awake. If you've been tired, if you have not had the energy to like kind of complete your passion project is what I'm hearing, like your passions, your project to go after your wish fulfillments, because these people are around you. And there's a question about the duality of these people. One person has very low vibrational duality. They operate from their ego space. They try to do the same things that this other person's doing. They don't get the results. They don't understand why, because they see very shallowly into life. And they say, well, I'm taking the same steps. I'm doing the same things this other person's doing. Well, it's because they have no wisdom. They've not cultivated wisdom within themselves. So you sit at a crossroads where you are saying, which am I going to go towards? Which am I going to be? So that's the bigger message here is you need to, and I really am, that's the riddle. You need to wake up and cut the gum out of your hair. There's something here where it's like, well, how do I fix this? How do I work on my relationship? How do I save my whatever? How do my business? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jessica, for your super chat. There's something here and you're like, how do I fix it? You can't fix it. You got to cut it out. Cut it out. Because you're not ever going to get anywhere unless you have to put aside your ego to do this. And it might seem like it's not strategic. And that's, again, what we were talking about in pile number 1, where is that this person has a very strong strategy, but it doesn't all come from the logical mind. It comes from their animal side. It comes from their like intuition. You are, again, so there's something about this that doesn't make logical sense, but you're going to keep beating your head against the wall otherwise. So get interested, get curious instead of one. So one of these people, I feel like it's this person that has a crush on you that you're asking about. You feel intrigued. You feel curious about this person. That's innocence, right? And that is, curiosity can be a very neutral energy. I haven't made up my mind about you. I need more information. That's a good energy. It puts you in the flow of the Tao. Whereas another situation, puts you in a state of anxiety. That is not a divine counterpart where it's like, I'm just anxious all the time, right? So you're bossing up. Spirit is trying to offer you a new beginning. And it could be with this person. It very well could be you go on a path with this person. But I feel like, again, you have to upgrade. You have to drop the losers is what I'm hearing. You got to drop your baggage. You got to, and this feels, again, like almost like Spirit is saying, I need to put you in pile number 1 energy where you're leaving the fight behind. You're leaving that, you're trusting yourself, you're leaving with the clothes on your back so that you're going through that purification process so that you can actually set up shop here so that you can have your boundaries. You might have less assets or whatever than you did before. And that could be the logical part where it doesn't make sense. But you have to realize you're at a dead end. You're not ever going to be able to build. And somebody here could be very sexy that, we're promising you quick results. That's devil energy. Remember I said in pile number 1, that person's in the opposite of devil energy. You're being called through your connection here with this person. And I actually feel like it's going to be, if you go this way with this person that has a crush on you, it'll be faster results than you're expecting. But it's kind of a part of like managing your own expectations, because I think you recognize like, well, this is the longer path, and I want quicker results. I don't want to go the longer path. Well, nobody does, right? But you can't just believe in a lie because you don't want to go the longer path. So I actually think you have, again, with the Wheel of Fortune energy, there's for strong spiritual, you're at like a spiritual crossroads. There's something that's like paradoxical about it. When I call it the paradox point, that to me is like God's signature. Every time I've hit a paradox point in my life, it's God's signature. And it's just, have you ever done putt-putt? And sometimes like, if you hit your ball, I just did putt-putt not too long ago. And it's like, there was this one hole where it's like, if you actually hit your ball into the water, it like spit your ball out on the other side. So it is a paradox. It doesn't make sense. You think you don't want to get your ball in the water, but then you get your ball in the water and it actually puts you closer to the hole. There's something like this where it's like your ego's lying to you and Spirit really wants you to know that you need a difference in your world, in your perspective. You put your trust in your ego and your logical strategy mind, and it's leading you astray. So this pile is very much at a crossroads. I think you think that there's a person here who has a crush on you that is this too good to be true kind of a person, and that person's a user. And they're in and out, they're sexually driven, they're selfish, they don't have a full plan about things. I'm hearing they're a bullshitter, and they try to like look for opportunities or something, and as it comes in, and then they just kind of spit off the cuff. This is not somebody who is like connected and they know who they are, and then they're going the long way. They're just like looking for some kind of, you need, in no uncertain terms, you need to cut yourself away from this person. They're karmic. They're not learning. They're karmic because their energy is stagnated. They're refusing to learn their own karmic lessons. So if they're not going to do that, you have to cut away from them, and then your fortune's going to change massively. Your fortune's going to change. Yeah. So, okay, let's get some messages from this person and we'll move on to pile number 3. Sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I think this person kind of worries about you a little bit. They think you got caught in a web. They think you got caught in somebody's web. I feel you even though we're apart. This is a strong spiritual connection between you and this person. But I feel like this person doesn't think that you like them. They think that you are hopelessly devoted to somebody wrong for you, somebody who acts like them. So it feels weird to me because it feels like this person thinks that you're stuck on someone that pretends to be what they actually are. So it's like, even like if this person feels like even if they walked into your life with offering you literally everything that they are, you wouldn't have the sense like of seeing what they are because you think you found it in another person and you actually haven't. Yeah, this person definitely keeps their crush on you a secret, and they feel this like thread energy, but they definitely haven't spoken to you about it. They really haven't. This person's also used to being treated badly. That's a sadness that we were getting to. I'm so attracted to you. I left when I saw you with someone. This is a person who has like a certain amount of elevation and like pride to them. This person's not going to compete. My life is not together as it seems. I want you. So, and I feel you even though we're apart, it's coming out again. I wish I had treated you better. Yeah. So this is an interesting energy. This person may have power now, but I feel like this is almost a person where they were going with the flow, and because of who they are, they've gotten into a certain kind of position in life. Because they have the truth and because they've cut out the bullshit. I feel like like pick up your cross and follow me. You're meant to kind of mimic this person's journey a bit. But I feel like for you, it's going to look like starting at pile number 1, where you leave the fight kind of behind. Something like that. So I just want to see what this person likes about you, because we haven't really covered that in this pile. This person thinks that there's a depth to you. They think that you're kind of like them in that way, that you seem really, you guys are so cute. They think that you seem bright and like on the surface, but that there's actually a depth to you. Like the ocean. The ocean could be a piece of connection here. The ocean is salty water and the tear is salty water. So there's some kind of a connection here. And I think this person actually thinks that you've been through a lot and that you've created a lot through what it is that you've been through. And this orphan energy, maybe that you're very independent, or that you did it against all odds, and that you've shed a skin here. They might think that you're really funny. And, but it's, you know how like comedians see the world very clearly, and they kind of see like the sadness in the world too, and that's what makes them so funny. So that's a dual energy in you too. So maybe you say things that are kind of like morbid, or but they're funny, and it shows just like how astute you are, or the way that you've built your life has demonstrated how astute you are. Let's see. I just want to get a couple more energies for what this person likes about you, and then we're going to move on to pile number 3. Okay, Hero. So there's a very strong sexual attraction. They feel like you know exactly who you are. They think you're strong. They think that you've like really come up out of something. I feel like this person sees kind of like a kindred spirit in you. They think that you're very strong, and a good leader is another thing as well. Yeah, this person is very drawn to your strength. I love that. And your personhood. And this person thinks that you are somebody who changes when you need to. But again, we've seen this. This person is also very attracted to what you've built and what you've created here for yourself. Maybe even how you dress and how you express yourself. We are almost on pile number 3. And they feel that a little wary though. They feel a little wary. And it might be because of this other influence around you, because they kind of think, well, if you have this other influence and you still kind of buy into it and you think that they're the bee's knees and you haven't recognized that that person's a lie, then there must be something, like I think this person's worried like, well, maybe there's a part of you that's like that, you know? That must be yeah. And they feel like the cycle's over with you as well too. This person does. And they're very proud. This is like, this is a proud person in the sense that like they're very altruistic though. Like this is the duality that's hard to kind of get a hold on with this person. They're very altruistic. They're very loving, but they know they're smart about it. If you're not helping yourself, if you're not cutting out you're not going to sit there with the chewing gum in your hair and this person's going to be like, you know, I feel like you have to get the chewing gum out of your hair before you can walk through the maze because it's tight, and otherwise the chewing gum is going to stick on the side of the wall. This person knows you can't go into the maze unless you've got the chewing gum out of your hair. So this person is like, are you going to cut it out? Or they're not going to help you unless you kind of help yourself, you know? And it's not that you have to do everything, because there's a trick here. There's a trick. This person kind of senses that there's a trick. Now, either the trick's around you or the trick, they don't want to be tricked. They need to know that you've like really dealt with your own mess. Okay. That was pile number 2. Okay. So moving on to pile number 3. How will you get proposed to? Okay, interesting. Let me just shuffle this up a bit, tune into the energies here. This is a funny one. Okay, I don't know if this is like the full-blown energy that I'm getting, but I feel like this person, it might really surprise you that this person has a crush on you, okay? Because I'm kind of getting the energy of like, you know, when they say like that little boys push the little girl on the playground, oh, like he's actually flirting, but this is like the adult version. So maybe it's like this person, yeah, it feels like they were trying to get your attention, but in a way that was negative, and you did not, you did not think that was cute. You actually were hurt by, I feel like you were kind of just like, no, don't talk to me like that, you know, or no, go away from me. Like there's something like that going on here in this pile. So let me just shuffle. That could be just another little message if it isn't the actual energy here in pile number 3, but I'm definitely picking up on that for somebody. Okay, so spirit pile. Three's energy. Oh my gosh. What have I done? Okay, I actually... Oh, you're a stand-up comedian. Wow. Okay, so I remember that this group was the medallion, but I shuffled it away. Yeah, so I feel like this person, you've like shuffled them away. You know, like you remember them, but you were like, no. And you just like moved away from this energy. Okay, Spirit. This is an interesting pile. What is going on here? Okay. I feel like you really would be surprised to hear that this person likes you. They're very different. Okay, so pile number 3. I'm going to pull some more cards here for this one. Sorry. Okay. So let me get this out here. Yeah, something's gone on here. There's been an ending in this situation. I don't think it really ended very well. And I do think there's hard feelings, and I think there's hard feelings on your side. Yeah, because you just thought like, no, like this. Okay, so it's like this person, I don't know what they're used to, but they kind of know that like getting somebody's attention in that way, like kind of flicking somebody in the face, that's kind of what I'm getting, like, is like a really powerful way. So it tells me this person doesn't think that they can get your attention, and I don't think that they're used to that. I don't think that they're used to that. So there might be something about this person where they're very successful, they're very attractive, they're used to people like paying attention to them. And so they kind of like popped up out of nowhere and they said something or they did something and you were just like, no, absolutely not. Like, don't talk to me like that. Don't treat me like that. Yeah, what is going on here? I feel like you had a fight with this person. You had to defend yourself against this person or that... But then this is the type of person though where it's like you may have had to set a boundary with them, okay? And then they took that as like some kind of challenge. And then they came into your life and then you had to again like protect yourself and then they took that as you coming at them or something like that. This person's confusing. They're immature. Okay, Spirit, show me the person who has a crush on pile number 3, new energy. No. New energy for pile number 3. Who has a crush on that? Okay, this person can be very rooted in something. Very successful. Yeah. This is someone who, okay, they're the King of Swords. And then so they may have a career in something very brainy. Something maybe to do with communication. What is this? Yeah, it very well could be a Scorpio, somebody with a lot of Scorpio Sagittarius energy. They're very strategic, and this is like some kind of long game. I feel like this person has watched you for a long period of time. Now, this person is coming off to me immature, especially in the way that they try to get people's attention and in the way that they're communicating. And I feel like there could have been a way that they communicated that was really out of the blue, very sudden, like, you know, and it could be that they tried to communicate. I don't know. This person was being strategic, so I don't know that this person would have come out of the blue and said, like, I had a crush on you or they asked you out on a date. This feels like something offensive. This feels like something they said that like offended you, and it put you realize that something here needed to change. You know, here in this situation, it put you on the defense, and you were just like, wait, what? Like, you know, kind of came back at you. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And yeah, it made you feel like really unsure here about like the giving and the receiving here in the relationship. I also feel like, yeah, they were trying to make you think that they weren't fixated. They were trying to kind of play it cool as a cucumber is what they think. Like they wanted you to think that they were busy and that they were focused on, you know, something not you. And then like, I don't know, but it was really like a manipulation that was coming through here in order to try to get you to like them or to have a conversation or yeah, something here like that. But really it ended up being cold and distant and a blockage. And this person doesn't understand that they come across that way. Cool, distant, and some kind of a blockage here. So you don't realize that this person has liked you for as long as they have. Okay, so I'm getting this could have been years. And it could have just been like I'm getting that this person has some kind of a job where they're maybe highly educated, or they're very King of Swords, like very observant, very professional, like in their word choice and something like that. So they had this long ongoing crush, but you would have had no idea that they had a crush on you. None. And I feel like you kind of felt like you couldn't really get anywhere with this person. You weren't working together as a team with this person, that you just really weren't on the same page. And it's because this person, maybe they were meant to be building with you, but they spent more time like observing you and trying to like play the game, but then they weren't realizing that they were coming off weird or cold or distant. And then again, I think they said something that really deeply offended you. And that made you feel like you had to protect yourself or defend yourself or something like that. They were trying to get you to see them as like elevated above others. But again, it feels like they had a hard time doing that. So they felt like they had to put some thought into that, because maybe this person sees you as elevated and that they have to kind of compete for your energy, and that maybe, and also this person is very jealous of people around you because they think other people are getting further with you. And this doesn't even have to be like in terms of relationships. I think this person's very jealous. They're very jealous of like even people who progress with you in friendship and in conversation and stuff. And this person's like, well, wait a minute, I'm that person's soulmate. I'm this person's lover. I'm this person's best, whatever it is. And so I am going to come in here and like kind of, it's almost like dropping a bomb, like I'm going to say something it's kind of reminding me of like a child that's like any attention is good attention, but you're like, no, it isn't. You're like, no, it isn't. I'm trying to have a peaceful, relaxing day, or like something, I don't want that energy in my life. And this person's usually not like that, but I feel like there's something about your energy that makes them crazy. And it's because there's something you're going on with this shadow. Okay. And a father figure here as well. So secretly, I feel like this person feels like they're your father. They secretly feel like they're an authority. They secretly feel like they're maybe like a divine masculine energy, but this is a person who kind of feels like they should have like some kind of control over you or something like that. And they are trying to make it, this person is a riddle in a bad way. Because the things they say don't make sense. Like they like you, but they say things that make you think they don't like you. Or something like that. And it has to do with this like shadow side to them. And their shadow side is lippy. I feel like it's impulsive. So yeah, that's what it is. Okay. So this person, they come off, this is their conscious side, the King of Swords. Okay. So this is a person who's very like controlled, very put together, maybe very academic, very, very controlled. It's coming off very Scorpio, or just even, with their communication. They might even not communicate very much, but they're very precise with their words when they do, or something here like that. But then their shadow side, the side that's there, but that they suppress, is Sagittarius. It's Mercury in Sagittarius. It's very fiery. It's very mouthy. It's very impulsive energy. And I feel like there's something about you and your energy, because you're this dragonfly. You have like brought that out of the person. And I feel like they were maybe like startled. I don't know. And there's something here about thinking that there was a danger or a threat, and there's not one. And it could be thinking there's a danger or a threat from somebody around you, some other kind of like competition, and there's not one. Yeah, or like to your friend group or something like that, and there's just not one. So I don't know, it's like they caused like this big kerfuffle, and then like everybody just kind of like looked, and then I don't know how to describe this. I'm kind of getting this because my mother-in-law like had a dragonfly land on her the other day and like just screamed really loud, and all of us like turned and looked, and we were like, oh my god. And I thought she'd gotten like bit by a snake or something, but it was just a dragonfly, and it was like it was beautiful. And then like we have this, I feel like that's kind of like the moment hearing this. Okay, this is a confusing person, and this is a person who's hiding in the shadows. Sneaking in the shadows, hiding in the shadows. So this person like watches you, but they judge you. They watch you and they judge you. Why do they judge you? Okay, because maybe you're not as far along as them in like financially or something like that, but you're happy. You're happy and you're playful and you do things that you like, and this person doesn't like that. They feel, for some reason, this person thinks that this person's insecure. And I feel like that you wouldn't know that looking at them, because I feel like this is a person who's like accomplished a lot in their life or something like that, but they're actually very insecure. And they, even though they have like maybe a lot to offer, especially on like a material realm, they think that you don't want that. They think that you are happy, and they think you have a lot of exciting things going on in your life, and that maybe they don't. So this person's definitely hiding around, and this person broods a lot as well. Like this person's just in their mind. And so every once in a while, the pressure just builds and builds and builds, because this person's not talking with you about it. I don't even think this person's talking to like writing in their journal. They should. This person needs a journal, you know? I also think this person maybe is somebody who's like, well, I need to talk about this like out loud. And it's like, bae, no, you don't. You need a journal. You need to learn how to, there's so much turbulence inside this person that it's like they need to process that before they open their mouth. And they don't know how to, there's a lot going on. I'm just like picturing a hornet's nest inside. I'm literally just getting like, that there's, someone just said mine doesn't talk at all. I am getting that. Like, with the King of Swords, they might not talk a lot. When they do, they're very precise about it. And it comes from this place of insecurity where they feel like they're going to say the wrong thing, and they think that they're going to be awkward. So they also might try to keep it very clinical, very sterile, you know, even in a social setting. Like I am getting for a lot of you with the Three of Pentacles and the King of Swords, this is like somebody who's maybe like a professional that has a crush on you. Somebody that you know in a professional capacity, but you would not think this person has a crush on you, because again, they like keep everything very sterile, very, they're trying not to say the wrong thing as well, but then they end up saying the wrong thing because they don't know how to actually process. I hope this person's not a therapist because, they don't know, they don't have a single, could be a lawyer, it could be anything. It could be like, okay, this person's a therapist. I feel like they don't have like a lot of skills like that you would expect that they have. It's a lack of it is a lack of self-awareness, because they're always dealing in the external world. They don't know how to clean up their own internal mess. And that's why this person is afraid of the things that they say, because they don't think before they talk. They think a lot, but they're not getting anywhere with it. It's emotional thinking. That's what it is. It's emotional thinking. This person has like an emotional thinking because they're, my wish is like, he is a therapist, yo. And I just want to say this as well, you know, the stats on that. I learned this in psych as well, and I feel like this is also a stat in the book, The Sociopath Next Door. Sociopathy actually goes up with education, like the possibility that you're dealing with sociopath. And no field is that more true for than the field of psychology, funny enough, which is why not all therapists are created the same. Some people like to have power and authority, and so they have this very sterile way that they come at even a field like psychology. And usually those people lean more behaviorist, and because they're trying to control you from the outside as if you're like an extreme. Oh, okay, I'm so glad. Yeah. So it is something you kind of have to watch out for. But I do feel like this person is a professional, but they have this emotional thinking where it's like they try to process their emotions through thinking, through logic, through untying this riddle. They think their emotions are a riddle and they just have to kind of like figure it out, but then they never get to the bottom of it, because emotions you just have to sit with and feel. But I feel like that's really just uncomfortable here for this person. And this is also the type of person where they're like, well, that feeling's wrong. You know, well, I don't want to be feeling that way. I don't want to feel out of control. It's not cool to feel out of control. So I'm just not going to feel it. Well, that's how it works. You know, you have to feel out of control. Just make sure you're in a safe place to do that. You know, get a journal, sit with yourself. Don't do it on the subway. You know, do it in your home. Punch a pillow, cry, scream. You know, how Oprah says, like, make sure you have a place where you can ugly cry. Like, you know, like let it out, and that releases the pressure. But this person is like very buttoned up. Very like that's like really what I'm getting, and it keeps them feeling in a state of disempowerment. So I feel like you actually might be the number 2 person for this person, where it's like you kind of are that Charlotte's Web force where you're kind of pulling this person kind of out of their shell and getting them to see things from a different perspective, because this person needs to interrupt this cycle within themselves. And I think this person, they always think the answer is outside of themselves. And I don't mean that like, maybe this person's like, I'm going to read a book and I'm going to learn about this concept. And concepts can help. But if you can't apply those concepts and integrate them, then it's all for nothing. It's just a bunch of, it reminds me of my favorite poem ever from Adi Ashanti. And he says, this is not more sooty knowledge to pollute your mind with. If you can't, you know, focus on one concept, truly integrate it. But this person can't do that. So it just becomes more sooty knowledge, and they can never settle their energy. This is a person who just needs to learn how to settle their energy and be with themselves, sit with themselves. But they think that they need to correct it with you. They think they need to say something. They need to cause a distraction. They need to get your attention, because if they can just get you, if they can just get your attention, then everything's going to work out. But it's not true. And this person is not the energy. So this is also, I think I said that in pile number 2, where there's a person here where it's like, they feel like they're doing all the same things. They're going through all the motions. Well, I understand all the concepts. I literally said this in pile number 2, where I was like, it's my greatest fear that a person like this would find my channel. You know, that a person like this who is very cerebral and who is not, they have a mad, wicked intelligence. And I'm telling you, this person's smart as hell. Smart as hell. Okay. But it's air. It's all air. It's not tempered out by earth or by water. So this person will understand a concept, but they don't understand it in their body. They don't understand it. You know what I'm saying? It's all just cerebral, and nothing, therefore nothing is real and nothing is weighted. So this person spends a lot of time in their mind, but for the wrong things. They don't, it's for emotions. They're like, I'm having an emotional experience. I need to process it. And then I need to say the right thing in order to get the outcome that I want. This is also a person who would dip their toe into spirituality in terms of manifestation probably first, where they would say, well, I'm only going to do spirituality to appease my ego. I only want the things I want. And if you tell me that there's a metaphysical way to do that, then I'm going to learn how to do that. And that's a legitimate way to get on track, but it's not where you stop. And this person is going to have to learn some difficult lessons that they actually have to learn how, it's applied. It needs to be applied. He's a body worker. I feel like there is an irony in this pile. There is some kind of irony in this pile where they may actually turn things around for people. They may actually do that, but they can't do it for themselves. That's like really what I'm getting. So, and this is a very confusing person. So this is like that person I think that I was picking up on in pile number 2, where it's like the duality within this person is off. It's like not integrated, and it doesn't come from a place of maturity. And this person feels like they have a higher cup to offer you, and that you turned your mind away very suddenly, maybe because you had like, this is a person, they put you down, I think. They put you down with your mind and your ideas. That's this judgmental energy. They have this like fatherly energy. Even if this person's a woman, I feel like, you know, they just, and it could be because of their position and their stature. This is also a person who doesn't recognize that some people are innately good at things. You know, they're very confused by you. They're very confused. And I think they think you've changed, or you've suddenly turned away from them. This is, okay, so let's just back this up. This person, I actually think this person has worked their way up in a field or something like that, and it ended up changing their fortune. But I think their fortune is going to slide actually back down, because this person, it's all been very shallow and very superficial. This person's very intelligent. They're strategic, but it's in a pure air kind of a way. They think they're the emperor, and they're not. The emperor is, they want that. They want to get themselves to a position where they can look down on other people. So the emperor is somebody who is well-rounded. They built themselves up in earth, fire, and water, as well as air. But this person just thinks that they can connive and manipulate and maneuver their way through life, get themselves in an emperor-like position, and then that's going to be sustainable. So I think this person has worked themselves up through guile and there's some strategy, but then they're going to end up sliding back down. And I think that you might represent this crossroads for this person. So they're incredibly smart. This person could travel a lot. They could even speak multiple languages, or have connections with people from other countries that speak multiple languages. This person is, I'm hearing, very superficial. They're very actually argumentative, but they don't come off that way. They don't want to come off that way. They want to come off cool as a cucumber. They want to use all the right words. But then it's like, it's reminding me of this message that I got not too long ago, where it's like, you're using all the right words, but you're not hearing the irony in it. You're not hearing that, you know, there's this irony. You're actually like showing that you're not doing those things, that you don't understand those concepts, you know? And so that's kind of what I'm getting. So this person just, they're pressurized. This person has a lot of built up inner pressure, is just what I'm getting. So what else can you tell us about this person? Okay, I just feel like you don't know this person's watching you, or that you don't know that they have a crush on you or something like that. Also, this person could be feeling ill, or getting like a lot of sleep here at this current time. I'm hearing it's also this person's guides is like kind of putting them down because they can't deal with this person when they're awake. They have to kind of, maybe they're doing a lot of work with this person in their sleep. I feel like this person's healing from something and it feels physical. It feels like a physical ailment because I feel like what spirit is trying to do, this person thinks that they have to take action in the material world to get what they want. So they might have to, if this person's really stubborn, which they are, then spirit is going to have to like put this person down, like physically in their bed. They have to keep them still. They have to ground them like in some way. Yeah, and it's not really about what you want for this person because this is for the highest and greatest good of all. And it's just kind of like, you know, if you need an antibiotic, you know, if you have to, you get, you know, say you get Lyme, this is just like as an example, and you got to take that long cycle of antibiotics and it wrecks your body, it wrecks, you know, but that's what you need in order to get yourself readjusted and on the right path. Of course, we don't want anybody to experience suffering, but sometimes it's the best thing for getting collage for medicine. I do know he's watching and I'm okay with it. Oh my gosh, this person could have betrayed you in some way. That's what I'm getting. I feel like this person acts out. I don't like this energy. This person thinks you get a lot of attention and they covet you. This person wants what you have. I don't know what this is, like frenemy energy. Spirit, there's a lot of Sagittarius and Capricorn energy in this person's chart. They want you to look at them. They feel like you're moving on. This person thinks so highly of you. So what else? Okay, they're grieving, but they're also being very strategic. This is their emotions. So their emotions lead them to being strategic. And they think that's the way to relieve the pressure of having emotions. Does that make sense? So they feel all this type of way and they don't know how to deal with it on the inside where they can just come to a place of acceptance. This is what is, I accept this. And because they can accept it, then they can respect you and appreciate that you're sovereign. This person's very controlling. I kind of don't like this energy. It's kind of starting to freak me out and piss me off. I do think this person's working on something in the material that they think could actually get them back into your good graces. But again, it's more strategy. Literally, that's it. This boy still needs to just be genuine, but he can't. Yeah, because it's too vulnerable. So this person has like they do have a vulnerability, but at the same time, they puff themselves up and they try to seem like very strong. He's getting old. Choose some new crush through. This is draining. Yeah. So I will say that for a lot of you, though, I feel like you are at this crossroads. If you're resonating with this, I feel like you're at this crossroads where you are leaving this in the past. Like your energy is the pile number 2 energy. And you're bringing this in. And that's another thing. It's like, I think for some of you, you're being asked to move outside of your own ego, where you view this, well, what am I getting out of this? Well, why can't I? Well, you have other soul contracts with people. And you are the person who's maybe ushering this. And they are fixated on your energy. They do have a crush on you. And they are being asked to step into a new worldview and to see the world through your eyes and through your lens, you know? And there is a part of you that loves this person. This is definitely a past life connection here. And you are, look, this is my card of mentorship, the 6 of Cups. You have something to teach this person. So for some of you, I think I'm supposed to say this to some of you. It's not always about you. It's not always about what you're getting in a situation. This is a card of giving and receiving. So there's something here, and you might not even see the full picture of this, of like, you know, past lives and this life and, you know, future lives. Somebody's got to initiate, somebody's got to give, you know, and this feels you are apart from this person. This feels like you're the star energy. You're healing this person, but you're at a distance and you're not engaged with them. It's just them meditating on their energy and understanding why their tricks are not working on you. That's actually like, you know, working here in this situation. Karmic cycle, the world. This is about integration. This is about the completion of a cycle. This is Saturn. It is a long energy. It's also cold and detached. So I feel like you are actually cold and detached from this situation. You don't feel the same way for this person. I'm really getting that. You can have compassion for this person. I do think that you do recognize that you're soulmates, but that they're acting out of pocket. I think your karmic lesson with this person is, no, I won't be treated that way. I don't like this. This isn't, like somebody said earlier, all this person needed to do is to be vulnerable and to be genuine, and they couldn't do that. They had to strategize. You were trying to like untangle this riddle, and you just had to cut the chewing gum out of your hair. That's really what this is. So this is, you've learned your karmic lesson. Well, just because you've learned your karmic lesson doesn't mean that they have learned their karmic lesson, which is why if you have moved away from this person, which I feel like you have, you are at a distance. Spirit is protecting that sanctity to where you don't have to listen to this, you know, like we're dipping into this person's energy. You probably are trying to understand this on some kind of a deeper spiritual level, but you don't have to. You know, you don't have to. We're asking who has a crush on you, you know? And again, I do feel like there's somebody else coming into your life. So if you weren't drawn into some of the other piles where there is another person, because this to me fits into the whole kind of scheme of these 3 piles, where you've got this first group energy, where I feel like that's kind of the antidote here to this. So if that person hasn't shown up for you yet, then I feel like they will here in the future. You're probably just resting, you're probably just healing, and you're probably just learning how to get out of your head about this and have some self-esteem and start talking, giving yourself the good vibes, the good self-talk. You're healing your own self-talk here. You're going through your own purification process that we were talking about in pile number 1 and in pile number 2. And then that person will kind of like come back around. Yeah, but this is about the long game here for this pile. Devil energy is, I want the quick fix. I want this to feel better now. So you want to make sure that you're not a vibrational match to this person. Not in the same way that they are, because like I said, this person, their devil energy is strategy. I want out of this. I'm not going to fix myself internally. I don't know how to do that, and I'm not going to learn how to do that. I'm going to take action out in the material world. That's what's most comfortable for me. That's this person's devil energy. So you have to make sure that your own devil energy, if I just want a quick fix, come on. What is that for you? You have to make sure that you're outside of that energy, because there is okay, so for some of you, there is a blockage here that you're still kind of working on, and it's fears and illusions. It's fears and illusions, and it might have to do with family, and it could have to do with a mother. Queen of Cups. Yeah. It could be with this person that you think they're kind of, you know, the bee's knees, or that they're fully formed or something, but you're not seeing, yeah, inside of this. There could be a sexual energy from your past that you're stuck on, which again mirrors that pile number 2 energy. So let's see. This person, they covet you. This person thinks you get a lot of attention. I feel like you could be very objectively attractive people. This person thinks you're their opposite here in a lot of ways. But I think this person might also feel like you're younger or lesser than them in some way. Let's see here. I think they want to apologize. But they're waiting on like God to bring you back into their life. This person does want to apologize. They want things to be light and easy, but again, that's part of their strategy. And I feel like that's part of like this person observing you is because they're waiting for an opening. But again, all their focus is on you and on external stuff. And Spirit's like, I'm not going to move this until you start to do your inner work. Yeah, so this Hierophant energy, I feel like Spirit has put somebody in this person's life, and it might be you. It might be you, where it's like this riffraff street rat. They think that you're less than them, but you're actually the Hierophant. You're actually their teacher. They need to be learning from you. They need to humble themselves. They need to show you respect. That's like what I'm getting. This person needs to respect you more than anything. Instead of just, I feel like, I don't know if this feels like twin flame energy to me. I mean, we have the shadow energy. That stuff, it's like, you know, whatever feels like to you. I don't think that I'm getting that like on a broad scale for this pile. This to me seems like a karmic. This to me seems like something that needs to like get moved away from. And I think that you're kind of already doing that. But you seem like you're teaching this person. You're the spiritual teacher, but it's like they need to learn how to respect people that for whatever reason they think are like quote unquote less than them. And it could be because you're a female. You know, it could be because you're younger than them. It could be because you are not as accomplished than that as them. Something like that. This person needs to explore the depths of their own mind. Like that's really what's coming out. They really, really do. And that's what you're meant to teach them. So what do they like about you? Because I feel like I don't really like that this person kind of puts your energy down. What on earth? Okay, so this person likes that you walked away from them. They like that you, they feel like you're somebody that they can have like a long-term cycle with. This person likes feeling important. And there's something about you that makes them feel important. I don't like this energy. Like this person, I'm hearing they're sick and they need to heal. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. This person has position of some kind of higher paying job, some kind of education, and they did that on purpose. They did that on purpose in order to try to avoid their inner self. But I think they guard you. Like this person doesn't want anyone near you because they have such low self-esteem. So this again, it's like they don't want anyone near you. Do you hear this? Do you hear how everything is in the physical world? They don't want anybody near you. Every move that they make has to be in the physical. Why? Well, that's their karmic lesson. And because they have low self-esteem. I mean, I just kind of keep getting that here with this person. So it's a no from me, dog. Yeah, me too. So what is this person like about you? That you're selfless? They think they can have everything with you, but I don't like what they see in you because I think they see somebody who is selfless in a way that can be like taken advantage of. I'm just going to do a couple more here and then I'm going to pull some advice for dealing with this energy. I'll ask Spirit the spiritual significance of this, but I just saw the Six of Swords when I said that. So it's like moving away from difficult times. There's some kind of functioning dysfunction in this. This person's functioning dysfunction is dealing solely in the material world. Okay, so this person thinks you're cute, you're sexy, you're fun, you bring in like a breath of fresh air. This person's never met anybody like you before. I think they really like watching you move. They like watching you kind of like engage here with something. And they like that, I feel like this person's played mind games with you, to be honest. Like maybe they like that they can put you in this state of anxiety. And they think it's cute. I don't get that, but they think it's cute. They think when you are like anxious, because then they get to save the day. And they like it when you are like the student or when you look up to them. They like, I feel like this person has made you feel anxious. I mean, and you don't know about it. Oh my gosh. Who is this? I hate this. This person likes playing with you. Oh my gosh. And keeping you wrapped up in your mind. So see what I mean? This to me doesn't look like twin flame energy. This to me doesn't look like a divine anything. This person's not behaving in a divine manner. What has this person done? King of Cups. Maybe this person knows that you have a crush on them. Or that you did, or that you used to. They feel like they're controlling you by staying away from you. They feel like you're psychic. Maybe they know you're into tarot. That's another thing too. Like, they feel like you're psychic and that like you are like picking up on this energy or something. They like that you're intuitive. They like that you're an empath. They find you to be very interesting. They're definitely sexually attracted to you. They like that you're independent. They think that you're absolutely gorgeous, absolutely beautiful, but that you're blocked off from them. This is a game. This is a game to this person. You make them work for it. I'm hearing you make them work for it. They like that you have options. They like that you are unpredictable in the things that you say. They like that you make your decisions here. But they like keeping you in a state of fear. They like rushing up on you. They like fighting with you. This person likes fighting with you. They like betraying you. They like judging you from afar. So what's the purpose of this? I think the purpose is that you need to know that you deserve better than this and that this isn't love. Oh my gosh, I'm walking away. So I'm hearing, I'm walking away from the troubles in my life. I'm walking away. To find a better day. So even though there's emotions here, Walking away. Oh, okay. So you walking away is a tower moment to this person. That's what I was saying at the beginning. This is also a part of your shift in your worldview and a shift in your mindset. Not viewing everything about from your own first person perspective of like, what is this bringing to me? Well, sometimes you're bringing something to somebody else, even though it's like uncomfortable. So, you have maybe walked in here with an emotional attachment to this person from previous lives because this person's a betrayer. This person will betray you and it will be very sudden and very shocking and completely out of the blue. And everything that you've built with this person will like come crumbling down. Now, for some of you, that's played out in the past, like in past lives. And it's not to play out here again in this one. So you're breaking your connection. I'm hearing you're breaking your addiction. You're breaking the bonds, the karmic bonds with this person. But this is the chewing gum where you just have to like get this cut out of your hair. And you walking away is a tower moment for this person. And the tower for me is often an enlightening experience. So it's an enlightening experience that I think you're the Empress. I think you're literally the only person that will say no to this person. And that makes me sad because I do think this person has like position or prestige. I think you're the only person who will like stand up to them and walk away from everything that they have to offer. Because you're the high priestess. Because something, I think you are the type person where it's like, something just feels off. Machinations. This person may even have some kind of disorder. This person may have some type of disorder. And where it's like, they're like impulsive. Ew. This person, I feel like the name of the game with this is you have to wise up, realize, like the karmic situation here is you have to wise up, realize that you deserve better and leave in no uncertain terms. Even though there's emotions here, you need to leave. And I feel like for a lot of you, you've already put yourself here at a distance. When you leave, it's a tower moment for this person. They are shocked. They have to realize that their game playing does not work anymore. And they actually are going to have to go within. And when that happens, then I feel like they're learning what they need to, and then you've done what you need to do here in this situation. Yeah. Yes, and Chelsea says she's focusing on Yeshua. Like, you need your own star, your own guiding light, and I feel like it's your own self-respect, but it's your own spiritual journey here as well. So this person, they're slick. They think they're slick. So how can you become aware? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, Spirit will say, like, Spirit's saying that you could become aware that this person's kind of sneaking around and just ignore it. Because it doesn't matter. Like, it ultimately doesn't matter because you don't want anything with this person. And it kind of, like, you know, sometimes when a kid throws a fit, you just let them tire themselves out. I think, like, with this person, just let them tire themselves out. So what is the advice here, Spirit? Feel your emotions. That's the superpower you have that this person doesn't. If you're feeling anxious, if you sense I feel like this person's energy has a disturbing effect on you. So feel it. Just feel it. Allow it to come up. That's the key to your peace. Find your own peace, find your own harmony. So this is also like leading you on your spiritual path where it's like, if you're getting into meditation, if you are like, this will lead you places. This will lead you to like the books that you need, the insights, the people, the communities, the energies that you need in order to outgrow this spiritually. This is leading you. I just saw Ramana. Some of you, it led you to Ramana. Be different. Don't be afraid to be different. There's something about 15. Feel and release. So Spirit, what is the... Oh my gosh. For some of you, this is like a 2-year process of like... I'm hearing they don't tire easily. This person that you... Oh God. Okay, so I'm hearing King of the Marshmallow test. Remember, I used to get that energy a lot. And if this person's highly educated, that makes sense as well. So this is like the King of the Marshmallow test. They don't tire easily. But this is like in a stupid way. Yes. Could very well be. Just hold tight to the truth. The truth of who you are. Because this person could try to have you doubting who you are. And they think that's fun. This person thinks that's fun. So they very well, this could be like a psychopath. But just Ramana Maharshi. And, you know, now that we're talking about Ramana, his whole thing is self-inquiry. Who am I? who am I? Keep asking, who am I? For some of you, this is like, who am I? The twin flame thing is as well, like, who am I? Am I you? Am I this other person? I think for other people, they are being led. They're supposed to find this path of self-inquiry. Who am I? And Ramana's big example is like the movie projector. Asking, it's like becoming aware that you are sitting in the movie theater. Most people just look at the screen, which is life playing out. Most people just look at their emotions, right? How many people do we see in the tarot community? My emotions validate that's the emotional thinking. My emotions validate everything that I want to do and everything that I want to right? But with Ramana, it's very few people. Everybody just takes the movie to be the truth, right? That's what he talks about. You're sitting in the movie theater, you're watching the movie, all the colors and the sounds and the story that's unfolding, you're seeing it very clearly. And very few people, when you start to wake up spiritually, like, whoa, I'm in a theater. Whoa, I'm seeing like this on the screen, but I can turn my head to the side and there's other people here. We're sitting in a darkened room. It smells like popcorn. I'm itchy, the beginnings of self-awareness. But true enlightenment is looking at the light and turning and realizing, seeing the projector. Seeing that the projector is what's causing the movie to be on the screen. It's what's causing life to unfold around you. And that you're making sense of that movie, right? Think about the storyline of a movie. You're building the plot, you're setting the setting, you're climbing up to the climax, you have the resolution, right? Our brains love that, to build a story, to make sense of everything. Our brains, our projector is what's making sense of everything. So is this person my twin flame? Is this person my soulmate? It's a very human thing. It's a very egoic thing. I need to structure this. I need to know who is A and who is B and this is this, because that's my only way of knowing how to navigate. That's the way the ego navigates. There's a different way to navigate. That's what Ramana teaches. This is a spiritual journey, is to let go and to flow with the Tao. It's not telling you to be a moron. It's not telling you not to be observant, but it's just saying to release that. You don't actually have to know. You're not actually the best person, right? Because logically, this person that you're asking about in pile number 3 is like the most poster child of, I'm logical, I make every decision from my ego, and I think that if I make the right moves in the material world, I can control how everything works out for me. What's not going to work out for this person? This person, if they haven't already, they're headed towards a tower moment. This person has major death energy that's coming in here. It's actually an initiation, and it's meant to push them inside towards the heart. They have required this of spirit. It's their own higher self that's guiding this. I feel like you are the catalyst. You are a part of it, because this person cannot keep going on this way. It doesn't work that way. Not even because spirit is like, it just doesn't work that way, right? It just isn't working that way. So I feel like for you, this person could have been your catalyst to like just turn and look at the projector, because this person is messing with you. They are manipulating you, and you have to become aware of that. You have to become aware of that. That's you looking at the projector, that they're kind of Hansel and Greteling you. They're kind of putting the little breadcrumbs. They're studying you. They're trying to say the right thing. They're trying to do this. They're trying to do that. They're trying to make you see them in a certain light. And, so to you, that could be just what you're looking for. This is my soulmate. This is my this. This is my that. In reality, your emotions, your intuition is telling you something different. Okay. So this person needs like self-inquiry yesterday. The whole thing, I keep getting off track here. The whole thing, who am I? That the structure of that in your mind, who am I, says that there's 2 people in there. Who am I? Well, who's saying that? It's that level of self-inquiry. So this could have gotten you started here on this path. Keep going. They needed it 2 years ago. There is some reference here to a 2-year period. So yeah. I feel like your person's pile number 1. And if you weren't drawn to that pile, I feel like that's the person that you're looking for that's coming in. It's not somebody ready-made. It's going to be like that momentum energy. Spirit saying we're sending in this 2 of Cups energy. Just keep moving towards your own success. There's going to be healthy giving and receiving. And this is an end of a powerful cycle between you and this person, but you need to see them clearly. You need to see them clearly. This is a controlling person, and you need to make your final judgment on this person. This person also tries to judge you. I feel like this person could have said things about you, to you, that were wrong. They try to give you this wrong impression of you in order to start a fight. In order to make you feel anxious in order to make you seem like a fool or to think that you're not as strong as you really are. So let's get messages, even though I don't care to get messages from this person. It's probably going to be bullshit. Oh, I'm talking about you to others. This person talks behind your back. They try to kind of weaken your position. This person will try to take out the competition in any way possible. Okay, yeah. Okay, so X says we need to look at ourselves and not just them. It's not either or, okay? And maybe this is me just saying this is a Libra South node, okay? Everything in life is a relationship. Everything. And a relationship is always a mirror. So if you think you can look at yourself, you can't. Without a mirror, without to see your reflection, you physically, like look away from the screen. You're looking out into the world. Can you see yourself? You can't. It's a metaphor. You require interaction. This is what all of life is. To me, this is what I think the purpose of life is. God, I think we're here doing God's shadow work. That's honestly what I think we're doing. So we come down here so that God can know himself or herself. So every person you interact with is a mirror. You can't know yourself outside of relationship. Every animal you interact with, every tree, every mirror, it's all giving you something back. So it's not either or. I super hate that in the tarot community. Everybody, like, people do evolve spiritually and then they get to the point and they're like, I don't need relationships. Why am I always focused on this other person? Well, if you're doing it right, when you're looking, you look far enough into any other person, you look far enough into any other situation, you just see yourself. Why? Because we're all God. We're all the same thing. That's what enlightenment is. You look far enough into anything. It's also fields of study. You study far enough into anything. You could study blue paints. You go far enough into that, you find God. You can study molecular biology. You go far enough into that, there's God. Anything, because everything just is God expressing. It's just fragmented so that we can be having these experiences. It's fun. It's something for all of us to do. It's an experience, but it also helps to actually, God can't just, if God is the only thing that exists and he just exists in a vacuum, he can't, or she can't, nothing can happen. He's got a fragment. That's all of us coming in here, doing the shadow work. So we're doing an immense service for God and in picking up our own distortion, right? Your astrological chart. Back in the day, everybody, when you hear modern people talk about astrology, they take it on as their ego identity, right? I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a Capricorn. Well, no, you aren't. That is your distortion. It's worth understanding so that you have self-awareness, so that you know yourself. And so that you know, so that, I'm sorry, so that you know yourself. But your birth chart is actually called your distortion. This is your lie. This is who you think you are. You're God. You transcend all of this. Okay? This is who you think you are. These are the specific things that you and your guides thought if you got put into this particular body, in this particular time period, in this particular circumstance, that you would be confronted with the things you needed to be confronted with and integrating, you know, the things that you need to integrate in order for you to awaken, you know? I do believe in the Holy Spirit. But anytime like we kind of talk about these concepts, we sort of have to define what we mean by these things. So this person does feel connected to you. They are understanding that their intentions can be selfish at times, and they don't know what to do about it. And so like, I feel like even me just like kind of scolding this person, their soul is kind of like, well, I don't know what else to do. Please don't go, I effed up. Please don't go, I effed up. I want to see you so bad. I want to be more than friends. This person wants, so this is craving, the four Brahma Viharas. This person has a craving for you. And craving is something to be transcended. Stop craving. This is another thing that kind of bothers me about the twin flame thing. Craving is a form of suffering. Who is telling you to lean into your craving, and why would you listen to that person? You know? So it's okay, but get curious. Like, get curious. Why do I feel this way? Why am I having this craving? You know? So this is all, these relationships, these feelings, this experience of life, it's all just pointing you back to you, trying to understand self, trying to understand this experience lightly, 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 you know? We don't have to rush up. It's not a test. Like, it's about changing slowly over time, you know? I feel stuck. I feel stuck. So essentially, I think this person here, they're feeling stuck in their life. Spirit has had to do this, getting back to paddle number 3. And maybe you feel this way as well. Because in this relationship, I think you would have felt stuck. So you feel stuck. This person feels stuck. And that's that dead end energy, and you don't know what to do about it. So you've got to apply something different to understand it. You've got to apply a different lens. You need a different worldview. And for some of you, I mean, it's led you here. We're having these kinds of conversations. We're talking about Ramana Maharshi and his concepts. We're talking about psychology. We're talking about self-awareness. Look at where it's led you. Trust the process. Don't judge the process. Trust the process. You are in process, which means you're open, right? Which means you're neutral. You don't have to have all of the answers. Eckhart Tolle talks a lot about this. So if you're struggling with this, what's the answer? What's the this? What's the that? I really recommend his teachings, A New Earth. He has 9 hours of discussions with Oprah, where he's answering people's messages about that, where they say, well, what do I do? What do I this? Well, if you can take an action, you do take an action, but just calmly sit, be open, be in the neutral energy. Sometimes there is nothing to do. And I feel like that's what this person needs to understand, is that there's nothing outside of themselves to do. It's about cleaning up internally. And I think your journey mirrors that. But with this person, it's like, this person is a dead end, whether or not you can see it, because this level of immaturity, you can't be in a relationship with this person. It will end in a tower moment. It will end in a tower moment with this person. Whether or not you can, I mean, I don't know this person, so it's kind of easier for me. I don't have that like emotional attachment. I'm just kind of dipping into this energy, right? But I can see far in a distance that if you trust this person, it's going to end in a tower moment, because they just don't have, they just don't have that ability to work through it. So you have to understand this person's a dead end. And that it's going to end in a lot of fighting, because this person is going to be a saboteur to you. They just want to keep people away from you. So I think I'm starting to slow up a little bit here. And just trust the process. And this is a big part of your journey, getting to know like these energies, but get curious about it and allow it to open you to life's mysteries. Do you think, in a sense, apart from everything mentioned, them seeking us in a way is deep down wanting to tap into the part of them that they are disconnected within themselves? I think that's what we all want. I think that's what we're all doing. I think that's what the material world teaches us, because I think who we truly are, I think we are source. I don't think that we have bodies. I always think this. Alex likes to laugh at me because it makes me so mad that we're in physical bodies. Like, I can't even begin to describe to you how much that doesn't make sense to me, because you're in a physical body that you have to take care of. Everything can go wrong, and that's like kind of the cause of suffering. So we come here and we think that we're individuals, and I just don't like it. I just don't like it, but I think that's who we truly are, is something that transcends the physical experience. But I think we come here because it's a school, and because we're confronted with earthly existence and material existence and the limits and being in a physical body and having to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner and having to go to the doctor and to brush your teeth and getting older and learning all of these things, it is that mirror that I was talking about. It allows you to know what you would do in those circumstances. So you get to know yourself like on a deeper level. You bump up against things that are uncomfortable, but you have experiences that are wonderful. You have the full gamut of experiences here. And I think that it's just, this is the work. Life is the work. And that's another thing. It's like, if I could tell the world just one thing, it's like spirituality is everywhere. I've always said my favorite yoga is life. My favorite yoga isn't asana, it's not whatever. Just trust the process. Live your life. Allow your life to unfold. That is the Tao. That is your spiritual process. So just trust that. The ego wants to get in there and control everything, and it's got to all look this way, and it's got to end up that way. But that's really how you become miserable. I've learned that. So this, I don't know what to do energy, it's okay. You don't have to know what to do. Just trust the process. That is life. I feel like I'm just kind of rambling here at the end, but I hope that makes some kind of sense. So yeah, I think that we transcend this. Yeah, it's hard to stay grounded in the body, but that's what's holy about this. It's holy to stay present in your life. It's holy to do that, because we're here to have this experience, because it's giving us something. I'm so glad that you're finding this reaffirming. That's why I think gathering together like this, dipping into these energies, having these kinds of conversations, all of this is a mirror too. This is a part of you too. This transcendent part of you that remembers. It remembers why you're here. It remembers that every mundane experience that you're having, whether it's a crush or you stub your toe or you're feeling hungry or whatever it is, like all of those mundane experiences, like you're experiencing that, it's kind of pushing you towards these other things. And I think if you're having these level of experiences and conversations, then I think it means you're on the right track. This is another just, this is another mirror. So with that, thank you guys for spending your Saturday with me. Thank you so much, Jessica, for your $9.99 super chat. Okay, good. Good. I'm glad this was helpful. I love having these like kind of spiritual conversations. Okay. Yeah. And it's not, these spiritual things like, okay, I'm going to do my self-reflection. Well, you don't necessarily, like in the beginning, you probably do need to set aside some time and specifically do that self-reflection. But you can get into a state where that's just your natural way of being. Just everything you do is a conversation about yourself, And there are some things that I feel like, especially in the tarot community and people who like, relationships in particular are a huge part of their journey. I think the conversation can be very limiting sometimes because it's like, if I get a lot of comments on my channels, well, why don't you do spiritual readings? What is this? What do you think is going on? Like, you can't ever have a conversation that's not spiritual. It's up to you to understand like the deeper, the deeper meanings behind things. Although I will say on my Patreon, we do specifically do more spiritual topics. So, okay. With that being said, thank you guys so much for spending Saturday with me. I'll see you next Saturday. Those of you who are on Patreon, I got a video coming out for you tomorrow. And it's how do they think that you feel about them is the one that we voted on. So, okay, thank you guys so much for all of your beautiful energy and all of your kind words. I'm going to dip out of here. Bye, guys.